Hello, my students. This is P. Venkateshwarlu, PGT Physics. In previous video, we discussed magnetic effects of electric current. From the introduction to at last, we have to discuss about Maxwell corkscrew rule. Clear? Today I will continue the previous session with a magnetic field due to a current in a solenoid.
Magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. Okay, clear?
Magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. First, what is solenoid? Solenoid or solenoid? Okay. Solenoid is a long wire. Solenoid is a long wire stretch or the wire made into number of turns like this. This we can say solenoid. Coil of large number of circular turns. We call it solenoid. Clear? This we can say spiral. This is wire, a straight wire. We can wound like a helix or spring. We can say this is solenoid. Okay. Here what happens? If we can send current through it, it produces magnetic field. What might say that? When current passing through a solenoid, the solenoid produces magnetic field like a bar magnet. What might say? Like a bar magnet. So how we can identify the fields of a bar magnet? As easily here, solenoid produces magnetic field. Clear? How we can produce magnetic field by using solenoid? Here we will check.
Now we'll check. Now this is a solenoid. Okay, so we have to take a battery and we can arrange key.
When key is on, the current passing through the solenoid. Okay, see here, the current moves like this. This is the direction of the current. Okay, now we have to produce magnetic field by using solenoid like this. Okay, here we can get the south pole, here we can get north pole. Means the field lines are most like this. Clear? So this light magnetic field, where you have to observe that? This is south and north pole. Okay, here we have to observe the field lines are always passing from north to south. Clear, my dear? Field lines which are always passing from north to south. Clear? So by this we can say solenoid produces magnetic field which is resemble a bar magnet. Clear? Clear, my children? Then how we can find north and south direction? North and south direction. If it is anti-clock, we have to get north direction. The current which is in anti-clock means anti-clock direction, we have to get north pole. Okay, current which is flows clockwise. Anti-clock means north, clockwise means south direction. Clockwise means south pole. South pole. See here, we have to check here. We have to check. Okay, current passing through like this. Okay, like this. Clockwise. 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 Clockwise means which direction? Clockwise means south direction. Yes, it is south. Here we have to consider. Here we have to consider. By observing here, here in this case, we have to south direction means here north direction. North direction. Clear? So by observing south, here south, how we can say if the current is passing through a solenoid is clockwise, we can say south pole, anti-clockwise north pole. This is solenoid animation, my children, magnetic field of a solenoid. So here the number of turns, a coil of number of turns, we can say solenoid. If we can send current, magnetic fields are produced like this. North pole, from south pole to north pole inside the solenoid, outside north to south, my children. If we can send current clockwise, we can get the south, anti-clockwise, we can get the north. Coming to my children, electromagnet. By getting strong magnetic field, so we have to take a soft iron which is placed inside the solenoid. We have to get strong magnetic field. Electromagnet is a strong magnet. Electromagnet is a strong magnetic field produced when a soft iron rod placed inside the solenoid. Magnet, when if we don't have any magnet, so we have to produce a magnetic field. When soft iron rod is placed inside the solenoid, we can get the strong magnetic field by sending current through it. If current passing through the solenoid, so the solenoid means which produces magnetic field, the field linked with the soft iron, here soft iron becomes a magnet. These electromagnets are used bells, electric motors, telephone diaphragms, loudspeakers, for sorting scrap of iron, for sorting scrap of metals, like that. Coming to the diagram of electromagnet. So we know that solenoid means a system of number of turns, one to another, which are made small gaps. Otherwise, solenoid is a system of, solenoid is a coil of large number of turns. If we have to send the current through it, it produces magnetic field like a bar magnet. So electromagnet is a solenoid with soft iron rod placed inside the solenoid. Here what happens? If we can send current through it, we have to produce electromagnet. Electromagnet means consider a soft iron rod, place that soft iron rod inside the solenoid. If we can say, if we can send current through the solenoid, the soft iron rod, soft iron, it becomes magnet, strong magnet, strong magnet. If we can stop the current, okay. So the electromagnet becomes demagnetized. Demagnetized. So if current through a solenoid continues, the magnetic property of a soft iron rod retains. Okay, if we can send continuously through the solenoid, the current through the solenoid, the magnetic property is continuous. When we can switch off, or we can't send through current in the solenoid, the current due to the not sending of the current through a solenoid, we can't get the magnetic field. A coil of number of turns, circular coils, we can say solenoid, in which you have to send current. It produces magnetic field like a bar magnet. If current passing through it, it produces magnetic field. The resemblance of magnetic field of a solenoid like a bar magnet, north and south poles. The field lines are, we are observing how the field lines are formed due to bar magnet. Like here, we have to observe the field lines of a solenoid, in which we have to place one soft iron rod. It behaves electromagnet, means whenever bar magnet is placed, we have to observe. By using magnetic compass, we are identify the direction of magnetic field. If we can send current, the needle will deflect. This we have to use an electromagnet by inserting a soft iron rod inside the solenoid. So by arranging this, we have to increase the magnetic strength. So then we have to insert and we have to send current. We are getting the strong magnet. If we have to remove current, that is demagnetize. So these are used in electric bells, some electrical instruments. Coming to force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. See here. So what happens if a current carrying conductor placed inside the magnetic field? Let us see. Suppose consider a magnetic field. Here into refers magnetic fields are enter into the pole. Okay, but similar, consider a magnetic field that is denoted B. Here into refers field lines enter into the board. Field lines are enter into the board. Clear? Means north pole is entering into the board. That is from your side to the field lines are enter into the board. If you have to write in your notebook, field lines are enter into your notebook. That is the symbol. So in this case, magnetic field is there. When a charge having velocity v, charged particle enter into the magnetic field with 90 degrees. Means field lines are entered into the board like this. Here whenever charged particle enter into the 90 degrees means perpendicular. Perpendicular means here B perpendicular to B. Okay. Here what happened? When charged particle enter into the magnetic field perpendicularly, the charged particle will not flow continuously in a straight line path. The charged particle continuously rotating in a circular path with radius r. Okay, here what happened? When charged particle enter into the magnetic field, okay, here we have to observe some centrifugal force acting towards the center. Okay, because here how we can say which is in circular motion. Suppose consider point A. Here what happened? Whenever a charged particle is entered into the magnetic field, the particle moves in a circular path. Clear my children? See here what happened. This is velocity direction. Velocity direction. So how we can say? How we can say? By using Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. So we didn't recognize how it will move. By using Fleming's left hand rule, we have to find the force which is acting in which direction, which force made the charged particle in circular motion. Okay, so we have to apply A, B, C, D. Okay, we have to apply Fleming's left hand rule A, B, C, D. So in which direction the force is applied. Okay, so coming to Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. Stretch your left hand 3 fingers like this. Okay, clear? Stretch your left hand 3 fingers like this. Here in this case, thumb refers force. Okay, forefinger refers magnetic field, and middle finger refers direction of charge or motion of the charge. Clear, my children? So stretch your 3 fingers mutually perpendicular to each other. Here 4 fingers indicates the direction of the magnetic field like this. So field lines enter into the bone. Clear? Then middle finger indicates the direction of the motion of the particle. The direction of the motion of the particle means velocity direction. Okay, whenever this magnetic field and velocity which are perpendicular to each other, force is generated. Okay, because of 2 fingers means magnetic field and velocity which are perpendicular to each other. Because of these 2 are arranged in perpendicularly, new force is generated. Okay, force is generated which makes the particle moves towards the center of the circle. See here, in which direction the particle moves. See here, this is the forefinger indicates the direction of the magnetic field into the board. Okay, then middle finger indicates the direction of the motion of the charged particle. By arranging this, thumb indicates moves upward. Okay, here at point A, force is acting upward. So when it moves point B, force is towards left, and it moves on continuously here like this. So into the board, and the particle moves leftward direction, the force is downward. And here, one more thing here. So in this case, field lines are enter into the board, particle moves downward, velocity moves downwards, force is acting towards the center. Okay, like this continuously which are acting. The force is acting continuously. By this, the particle will move in a circular path. Okay, so this is not which is in our syllabus. Okay, by understanding, I will say if charged particle sent perpendicular to the field, the particle moves in a circular path. Okay, then if we have to take one current carrying conductor, how we can find the force which is acting on the charged conductor? Let us discuss. Okay, so what is Fleming's left hand rule? Fleming's left hand rule, if 2 fingers, forefinger, middle finger perpendicular to each other like this, mutually perpendicular, then thumb finger which is perpendicular to both, in this case forefinger indicates magnetic field into the board, and middle finger indicates the direction of the charge and the velocity direction, and because of these 2 which are arranged perpendicularly, force is acting, force is generated. Clear? That force indicates by using thumb finger. Clear? Clear, my children? Yes. So the main content is here, force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Yes, magnetic field. It is magnetic field. This is magnetic field which is enter into the pole. Now we have to take charged conductor, current carrying wire. Okay, we have to take wire. We have to take wire. This is wire. The current passing through it, I. Okay, from down to up. The current is passing through a conductor I. In this case here, magnetic field and current both are perpendicular to each other. In this case only force is applied. Force is applied. So if not, B is not perpendicular to I means we can't get force. We can't get force. This is the rule. Clear? So here in this case magnetic field enter into the pole, current is passing through up. Okay, clear? See here, magnetic field enter into the pole, current passing through like this. Here both are perpendicular to each other. Here whenever current direction and magnetic field direction both are perpendicular to each other, then force is generated. The force is generated, okay, which is perpendicular to the both current and magnetic field, according to Fleming's left hand rule. What is Fleming's left hand rule? Stretch your three fingers of left hand like this. Okay, this is forefinger, which indicates magnetic field. Middle finger, which indicates the direction of current or the direction of flow of charge. Okay, because of these two are arranged perpendicularly, okay, force is developed. That force indicates thumb finger. Okay, here we need to apply. Yes, magnetic field enter into the pole. Middle finger indicates current like this. Okay, forefinger into the pole. Middle finger up direction. So in this case, thumb finger, the direction of thumb finger is left direction. Means left direction. Clear? Here force is acting. So when force is acting, the wire becomes like this. Okay, like this. The force which is developed because of the magnetic field and current which is perpendicular to each other, this force is required to move a conductor inside of the magnetic field to outside. Okay, here the force is acting. The force is acting. Clear? Then if current pass is reverse. Now we have to take current which is reverse. Let us. Okay, the current passing from up to downward. Okay, what happened? Same rule we have to apply. Okay, so magnetic field enter into the field by using forefinger and middle finger, which indicates the direction of current. Yes, forefinger into the pole, middle finger downward. Then by arranging this, thumb finger indicates the direction of the applied force. Yes, into the board downward like this. Say here force is applied rightward direction. Okay, the current carrying conductor moves rightward according to Fleming's left hand rule. Clear, my children? Very, very important one. Fleming's left hand rule, my children. Arrange three fingers mutually perpendicular to each other. Middle finger indicates current, forefinger indicates magnetic field, thumb finger indicates the direction of the motion. So consider a metallic rod in which current flows, which is placed in a magnetic field. Okay, here force is applied which moves upward. Clear? By using Fleming's left hand rule, we have to find the direction. So here magnetic field north to south and current moves up to down. Due to this, the rod moves upward. So Fleming's left hand rule. So we know that stretch your three fingers, middle finger, forefinger, thumb finger, which indicates forefinger indicates magnetic field north to south. Middle finger indicates current from positive to negative terminal. Because of these two arrangement, and a force is developed which represent thumb finger moment. Clear? Same this we have to apply in the case of conductor. We have to identify in which direction force is acting. Which direction does the force act on the wire? See here, arrange these three fingers. We have to apply this finger arrangement. So we have to get the direction of the motion of the metallic rod. So then what will happen if the current changes in the direction? So current direction changes means oppositely moves than previous.